Hello YouTubers, Hammy Technoid here, and today we're out in the living room again, and I've got the Sony TC-K81 out on display here, and I'm going to do a little bit of servicing on it. I've already taken the cabinet off, and you can see the innards there, okay, and with the cabinet off, that gives me access to the variable pots and potentiometers that do the adjustments for the calibration and volume settings and so forth, and switches. So yeah, you see the display here that shows the LEDs and all the little calibration points it shows. And over here, there's the calibration controls. You have a bias cal, a record level for left and right. You have cal, bias, and tone, and then your headphone output alignment. And there's your main volume control here. But what I'm going to be concerned with at this moment is getting this tape in calibration. And you can see in there what it is. It's a TD-K81. It's not a chromium, it's just a type 1 normal. And I'm going to put it through its calibration procedures. And I've got it in pause, play mode. And see, there's something on the tape already. It's playing. But I'm going to put it back into pause. And I'm going to enter it into record mode just by hitting record and pause. And now the record light is on and it's in still pause, and I'm going to get it out of pause. And now, yeah, nothing's happening. There's no volumes going on because it's erasing the tape. And while it's erasing the tape, what I want to do, excuse my handling, I want to set the cal into bias. Okay. And to do this, you've got to make sure that the source is in tape. Make sure it's in tape. Okay, so you see with the source in bias, then you adjust this dial here. And you can see as I change the dial, it changes drastically. Yeah, and what you want to do is you want to get it so that they're lined up just like that, perfectly. So that the top and the bottom align up. And yeah, there are preliminary switch settings that you need to set. Like for one, Dolby has to be off. It has to be for a type 1 tape, which this one is. And this guy here, this bias, this can vary and it will change the readings significantly. Like I just put it into low and it went way high up on the one, and now I can try and tune it back, but see, it won't let me get it with there. Okay. See, it still won't let me get it within the range like the other one did. This is slightly off, so I have to put it into the other position right there. And now with that I can turn it so that they're very the same, like so. You want to get them as high as possible, but the same. All right, and that's for bias. And now the next one we turn is record level. And we set that to record level. And then these guys here, these two, left and right, these will set your record level, and you can turn it down on the one and turn it back up. And then you see you want to make them so that they're the same. And then turn the other one down and then back up. And as long as they are matched at the same levels, you've got good calibration. And this is mainly for level, balancing and for calibration of the Dolby on this deck. But if you're doing something other than Dolby, which we are going to be doing today, we are going to be doing Super D! Super D! So anyway, this is the preliminary calibration before we do the Super D calibration. So hang on while we get ready to do Super D. And I got to put the cabinet back on, so we'll be doing that too. Okay, so now as you can see, we are out here with the Sanyo Super D. It's the Plus N55 Super D. Yeah, and now since the TC-K81 has already gone through its calibration procedure in the previous few minutes of this video, it's in pause mode now for record. And what we're going to do now is we're going to calibrate the deck to the Super D. Now the Super D does require calibration. It's unlike the DBX, where the DBX doesn't really require calibration, it just needs level matching. But this guy here needs calibration, and you see there's a little cal mark on the display there where you're supposed to match up. And what I'm going to do is we're going to put it through its calibration mode here. And to put it into calibrate, what you got to do is have it in tape mode and Super D on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the tape rolling. The tape is rolling now. Okay, and to start from there, we go into cal, this button here. We turn on the cal tone. Okay, so we got a cal tone, and now with the cal tone, what you do is you set your volume on your deck. You set your volume on your deck to around -10 is what I found to be a really good place to start. You set your deck volume about -10, okay, and you leave it there, and you are in the tape mode, so you're not in source, you're in tape. Then you go back up here to these displays, okay, and there's adjustments for those displays. These guys right here, these play levels. What you got to do is you got to tweak them so that it lines up with cal. And you see they kind of get bumpy here, so you can take it all the way down, or you can put it all the way over, quite a bit over if you want, but no, you want it right on the cal right there. And that's a good spot for that one. And the other one is already in cal, so we're going to leave it there. Okay, so once you get that all calibrated and this is up to snuff, then you turn off the tone. Boom. And that's annoying enough, you know, you leave the tone going, you'll go crazy. But anyway, now this dial here, you do not touch it at all. This dial is no, you don't touch it no more. That is the cal point. Okay, so you set that, you leave that alone. Now, from now on, all your volumes are set by this guy. The volume on the Super D. Super D has its own volume control. So you see now Super D is turned on, and we have tape monitor on. So what we're going to be listening to is the tape as it's being recorded. And I've got to set up my DR40 to do that. So for now, I'm going to pause. So we're back here now and we're ready to record. And what I wanted to mention about the Super D is the fact that it has about 40 decibels of noise reduction available, very much like the DBX unit. But the Super D came along when they were having the, you know, the cassette wars and noise reduction wars, and Dolby came out with Dolby C, and then Nakamichi did their Hi-Com 2, and of course DBX was, you know, the front runner because recording studios have been using DBX for years. So Super D came along, and what it does, it's like a combination Dolby and DBX, because you've got to calibrate it as we went through the procedure before. But what it supposedly does, it addresses the problem of what's called breathing. When tape noise reductions are too, you know, aggressive, say like the DBX. DBX has been accused of breathing, and what that is it's a sound that comes through like a hiss in the background that follows the low level transients. And yeah, supposedly Super D has taken care of that problem with this noise reduction system. So anyway, I'm going to put the tape deck into record mode. The tape is going to start rolling, and the tape is rolling, okay? And I'm going to start the music, and we are going to listen to the tape with Super D. turn it down now. Okay. So, yeah, that was the recording, and you could tell as I switched between tape and source that there was a slight level difference. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, it should have been matched up. But anyway, the tape sounded superb, and I had no indication of any breathing, and that's why I chose that musical passage, because it was an area, it had some soft passages and some louds, and if you listen closely, discriminatively, and you try to find the errors in the noise reduction, I don't think you found any in Super D. This one is supreme noise reduction, and it's sad that it never caught on that much, but I have this unit. I can use it with any tape deck I have, and it is wonderful. So thank you for this demonstration today, and until next time, see you later.